Miner Daily Show, and I told you yesterday I would have a guest, and I have one of my followers for about, I guess Tommy's followed me about 6 months, I'm going to say. About that, right? 6, 7 months. You found me on Instagram. Tommy, welcome. I know I was supposed to have you on the podcast, but we had technical difficulties a couple weeks ago, but thank you for being on, brother.
Hey, thank you, Danny, for having me. Hi, everybody. I am Tommy Overalls. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. But first, we're all going to have coffee or water.
I just had coffee. I just had a whole pot. So I just switched over to water. Tommy, where do you live in California?
I live in Kern County.
Oh, okay. Okay. How's the weather there today?
It's nice. It's actually 54 degrees and warm. The sun is actually out. But a few weeks ago, we had overcast and rain.
Yeah, the same thing here. It's 60 degrees here today, 61, 62. But the rest of the week, almost mid 70s. We're gonna have 72, 73 the rest of the week. So I'm actually gonna go out in a kayak tomorrow, do some fishing. I thought, you know what? The weather's nice. It's January. I'm gonna get out tomorrow. So we're lucky to live on the West Coast. We're lucky to live on the West Coast.
Yeah, from one desert to the next.
Yeah. You know what? My family all still lives back, Pennsylvania and East Coast, and I send them the weather here, and they all get pissed off at me because it's below zero there. It's snowing. They tell me quit rubbing it in. But I remember 10 years ago, I left Pennsylvania, and I said to myself, I'm never going to see another winter again, and I haven't.
Yeah, my grandfather on my dad's side from Ireland, he moved to Canada, met my grandmother, uh, lived up there for many years, and he got tired of snow. And so the United States Army recruited him because they're looking for tool and die makers. And he was one of the dozen. And so he came and helped build stuff for, during the World War II thing. And then after they were done, he was also building for Stanford University a facility to break the atoms.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Wow. So, Tommy, I know I'm sure you want to get into. You told me when we were doing the UFO story on our podcast about Travis Walton.
right.
You were telling me that you actually had a paranormal experience. Do you mind telling us?
Sure. Yeah, this
What?
happened in 2011.
Okay.
I am aware of Fire in the Sky. I have seen the movie,
Okay.
and during my recovery, the reason why I became disabled, I was experiencing levitation on my bed.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah. What I've learned from all this, as I look back now, is these beings, supreme beings, are intelligent. They do telepathic stuff, so they can do a lot of stuff with their minds. So I wasn't in fear. I was aware of its being, but I didn't see them until I opened up my eyes. Um, I kind of say I didn't go out of space. I think it was within our realm. I think we went somewhere underground and where there was a chamber where their bodies could adapt to it. Because I don't think they could be on the surface too long. Because as soon as I closed my eyes, I was already awake in another area. And they were dragging me. I seen stuff floating around, seen glasses, I see watches, toys from kids, just kind of like
Like
what you saw.
floating in the air, you mean?
Yeah, where they were taking me.
Yeah, you know what? I remember in the movie Fire in the Sky, I believe he's seen that a little bit too. Like when he was in there was stuff floating in the sky. And I remember on what was that? The Fourth Kind, that movie too, they were floating in the sky.
Yeah, that's for. I think that's designed for their bodies. Um, Through the years, they're all come in all shapes and sizes, but I think over the years, it's just like my brain works differently. So when they grabbed me and taken me to a location, uh, there's three of them. Two of them, one was grabbing me, the other one was, I guess, leading the way, and I'm looking right at them, and it's like I didn't feel a threat. I think they were just curious, and so
Okay.
here is a crazy thing. They stuck me in a wind tunnel. Mind you, it was blowing. I feel it as I'm talking to you right now. I mean, I was awake. Some people say it's kind of like a paralysis dream, but it wasn't because where they put me, they hold it was like a holding cell. There was other bodies there. I think they were taking samples, seeing what would work. I play dead. I play fake sleep. I had a corner of my eye and I'm looking, and this being come up. It looked like a human, but with features of something far. It doesn't look like anyone Hollywood could come up with, really.
Okay.
So what had happened is that it was reaching for me, had goo on its hand, and when it did, it reached to the side of my left abdominal, and if somehow it reached inside, grab a hold of my lower intestine and squeezed the hell out of it. See if I
Oh
got a
my.
reaction.
Oh my God. So Tommy, when did this start happening to you? When you were little, or did it happen as an adult?
No, as an adult.
Oh my gosh. How many years ago?
This was in 20 early 2011, late 2010, early 2011.
And you were at home the first time they did this? They came to you?
Yeah,
And what did they look like, the Grays? Is that what they look like?
they look. I guess you could say gray, but they had a different, like a metallic silver to them. They were like a little different color. Their
Okay.
eyes weren't big like Hollywood projects them. They just had normal eyes. But
Okay.
so after this being got done, um, if it basically surfaced up, and I can hear the wind, I can hear people, I can hear noises. The chamber that I was in, you were able to like floating in space. I was trying to make my way out. Something was telling me, okay, it's time to go. But what the weirdest thing is, after it got done grabbing a hold of my intestines, there was no open wound. It was just something like you seen on the movie Predator when he ejects itself to heal itself. You can see the insulin bringing the cells regenerated. So whatever he or she got a hold of side of me, that's what I guess that's what my side of my abdominal felt. It just regenerated. The cells regenerated. So here's why how I know that I wasn't making this shit up. Because
Okay.
in March, my grandfather, may he rest in peace, he was a POW of World War II. He was in the Battle of the Bulge. He had passed
Okay.
that month. I was unable to go because I had a what they call a diverticulitis attack. I was
Okay.
hospitalized for a week. So my primary doctor came and saw me, and he showed me, he drew out a piece of paper. He says, "This is what a normal intestines look like. This is what yours looks like." And I'm waiting for him, and I look at it. The way he drew it, it looked like the exact thing if you would grab a putty and make it look like a cigar, and you would have grabbed your hands and go like this. I have a narrow tracking in my lower
Oh,
intestine.
oh my God. And you know what, Tommy? People probably are listening to this. We have a bunch of people on because I can see it. People are probably listening to this and thinking this is crazy because it sounds crazy. But there is facts now that doctors actually got things out of people's skin where they're being tracked, where these aliens actually put stuff underneath their skins. Doctor had to take it out because people are being tracked. Tommy, when I talk about this, I get hate. People make fun out of me. They do this, they do that. But our government has told us this is real. And Tommy, what's going on is people are not accepting it. I'm accepting it. I realize this world's going to change because they're starting to show themselves. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. They're slowly dripping in, as I say. You know, it's kind of like an addict. You want to try a new supplement, you give them little by little, and then pretty soon they want more. But in this reference, is it's more common than people actually know. And like Steven said on your podcast last week, you know, I think it's 50-50. 50% is our stuff that we were given to in 1940, 45, before they actually Roswell, like he mentioned. That is true. They hand delivered technology. Us, it's new, but it's been around a lot longer than we anticipated. So a lot of things are what I like to say is misinterpreted technology. They're so advanced that we cannot even unlock the percentage of our brain. There's times that you can't. You could be like, "Oh, hey, we're on the same page," but you don't realize that you were tapping each other's frequency mindset.
I agree.
So
And you know what, Tommy, let me ask you this, what you think about this. Like, I personally think that we do not go through another year without some kind of disclosure that this is happening from our, like a real disclosure, like from Trump or something. Because Tommy, I don't know if you're on TikTok now. Every other video I get, people are filming them everywhere. People are going to the beaches, filming them every single night on the Gulf in Florida. Every single night in San Diego, they're seeing them. I mean, it's happening. They're actually calling them in. People could call them in now, say, show yourself, and they're showing up. So people just, they're afraid, Tommy.
I
Listen,
agree.
yes, they're afraid. People are afraid to admit this is happening, but it's happening. And I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but I 100% believe that we are going to find out this year. I 100% believe that.
Yes, I was going to tell you over here. The president, what's his name? The one who came up with the excuse me, the Social Security. That president.
Okay.
He, you know, the movie Spielberg made, something of the fourth kind.
Yes.
Okay, you probably know that is true, but the area that it was filmed, that was just Hollywood. But they actually did met the being on the United States Air Force Base. Now, the beings that came off that craft met with United States Army and the president, and they had an interpreter, just like you saw the movie Independence Day. Okay, they had an agreement. You can take for experiments, but you cannot kill human beings here on planet Earth, basically United States. So they made an agreement.
That's what I heard too. I heard the same exact thing. I heard it was in Palm Springs area. That's where they
Yes.
met with the president. It happened in Palm Springs. And now people are probably thinking, these two guys are crazy. They're calling the authorities on us right now, Tommy. But the fact is, these people are just scared. They're not admitting to what's going on around them. They're not admitting to there's stuff in our skies. Tommy, I saw a lightning storm this like back in November out here in Vegas. Tommy, the lightning continued for 2 hours. Lightning strike after lightning strike after. It was insane. And people told me that's normal. I've been on this planet 57 years. I never fucking seen anything like that. There's something going on in our skies. Something's happening to our planet. I'm telling you right now, I feel it and I know you feel it.
Oh, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I believe that the knowledge they've known about this, and so what they excuse me, been talking a lot before I got a hold of you. Um, they are slowly introducing it. Uh, you know, since 2015, they had documents. They showed other presidents, and you see Senator Marco Rubio coming out saying stuff, and then a few years earlier it was Harry Reid, and a few earlier than that, there's other, uh, you know, celebrities or people and politicians. Okay.
I think I lost you, Tommy. I think we lost Tommy. Hopefully he comes back. Tommy! This is a good episode. Tommy, just click back in if you can. We lost him. Hopefully you'll come back, folks. Listen, Tommy told me about this last week when we had the Travis Walton case. Okay. Tommy told me he was going to come in, talk about this, and he told me this story. And I wanted to get him on here, folks, because I believe this 1,000%, 1,000%. Okay. And I think when people deny it, they're denying it, okay, because they don't want to comprehend it. They don't want to believe it. They don't want that in their life. That yes, we are not the only ones here. But the fact, folks, is There is other beings there. I'm telling you, they're in our oceans, they're in our skies. Something's going on. Do I think they're coming from other planets? No. I think it's other dimensions. And I think, like Tommy said, I think it's two things. I think some of them are crafts that maybe our government has. Some of it, I think, spiritual. And I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy for saying that, but I really, really do. I think it's spiritual. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get off the stream and I'm going to see if we can get Tommy back on, and we'll get restream him out, and we'll come right back on. So if you want to, just stay tuned. I'm going to come back live again. We'll try to get Tommy back on. He must have lost connection.